I would like to start this story by telling you that I think I'm in okay shape. I lift some light weights, I walk around. So when my sister, on a recent trip, invited me to go on a hike with her, I thought, yeah, let's do it. Perfect time of year, down towards Charlotte. She wanted to take me to the Linville Gorge. And I said, great, let's do it. And she said, it's a 2.5-hour drive away. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a good way to spend a day. And she said, I'll pick you up at 6:30. And I thought, I love to spend my vacation like this. And so she did. She came in at 6:30, and I had woken up not feeling so great. But I had woken up, and I had eaten my protein-filled breakfast to fuel me on this hike, and packed my coffee, and I got in the car, and we were ready to go. So the drive from Charlotte to the Linville Gorge is a little bit windy, but I am a pro, and I could stomach that, although I wasn't feeling so hot. And we got up to the trailhead, and we were ready to do this short hike because she had offered me two options. And one was a short, but like the best view that you're ever going to see in North Carolina. And the second one was like really steep, but also beautiful. And I was like, well, why don't we just do the one that's the best view in North Carolina, and we'll not do the really steep one. So here we are at the trailhead for the best view in North Carolina, not so steep. And we start hiking. I have my pack, I have my snacks, my water. And my sister, who recently paced her friend who was running a 100-mile trail run, was like, this is the pace I hike at. Let me know if I'm going too fast. I've trained for this. So she's like literally bounding from rock to root to rock. Like she looks like an insane person. And I'm like, yeah, okay. She's just like, you just let me know back there if you need any, you tell me if I need to slow down. And I'm like, you do. And she does, to her credit, she does slow down like a really, really small bit. And we get, I'm going to say like 200 yards into this hike that feels just like straight uphill. And I'm not doing so hot. And I stop, and I'm like, I just need a minute. And she's like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, give me just 1 sec. And I turn around, and I brace myself against a tree, and I puke everything in my body. It is a delightful shade of pink because I had strawberries for breakfast. And it is just like, boop, all in there. And my sister, to her credit, who has had some like auditory sensory issues her whole life, like doesn't want to listen to you like crunch cereal, just like stands there and watches me do it. And so I've puked my entire breakfast and body onto the trail. And I kind of wipe my mouth and take a drink, and I'm like, I do feel better. And she was like, you can turn around and sit in the car, and we don't have to do this. And I was like, I think I'm ready. I think let's go. And we did. I had to stop several more times on the hike up. But we did make it to the top, and the clouds did actually clear out, and we saw a scene that my friend later compared to Lord of the Rings. So it was worth it. We came down the mountain at potentially even a slower pace. I was like, if you thought I was slow going up, like watch me walk down this mountain. But we also passed a woman who was carrying her infant on her front and her toddler on her back, and I thought, oh my God. But then we stepped like off at the trailhead back at the car, and my sister says to me like, hey, do you mind if you just chill for a minute and I run for like 20 minutes down the fire road and back? Like, I just need a little more speed work. And I was like, okay, I'll be here. Have fun.